Recently, Saber Theory reached out and asked if I could create a short retro style lightsaber film to announce their rebrand into the Saber Company. They wanted something similar to the project I made a few months ago on a 70-year-old 8mm camera. Of course, I said yes, and that kicked off production on my newest Star Wars short. This time, instead of shooting on an 8mm camera that was locked in at 16 frames per second, we upgraded to this beauty, the Eclair ACL 1.5. It shoots 16mm film at frame rates anywhere from 8 all the way up to 75 frames per second. For this short, we went with the cinematic standard of 24 frames per second. I made a few calls, loaded the camera, and within a week, it was time for production. The idea was simple, a Jedi and a Sith dueling it out in the woods, because let's be honest, we don't have access to any other Star Wars location. Maybe we'll make it to a desert one day. To keep things organized, I made a quick animatic, and that helped inform the shot list a ton. It's important to stay organized on set. For the cast, I recruited 2 of my friends who had never done any saber combat before. Once we arrived on set, we instantly had them start practicing while the crew got set up. After animating a lightsaber battle frame by frame for 3 years, you pick up a few things about lightsaber combat, so I taught them the basics. Honestly, I was really blown away with how quickly they picked it up, and by the time the sun went down, the camera was ready to roll. The Saber Company hooked us up with their sabers for the shoot, and they were even kind enough to sponsor this behind the scenes video. Huge thanks to them because these sabers are fantastic. We had 4 sabers on set, and for multiple hours our Jedi and Sith went full force clashing these blades again and again and again, and they held up flawlessly. They didn't even think about breaking. The colors were amazing, they were super bright, and the animations were incredible. Nobody on set had to make lightsaber sounds with their mouths because these sabers have amazing sound quality.
And I guess don't mark on the driver.
And I was seriously impressed. If you want one for yourself, check out the link in the description, plus a portion of the sale goes back to supporting this channel, so I would really appreciate it. I would highly recommend checking them out if you're interested in getting an awesome saber because they're a great option. For the shoot, we got creative with a homemade dolly for some dynamic shots.
Go!
We mixed in some handheld for some more intense moments and used smoke to fill the woods with cinematic haze. We were aiming for around a 30-second video, and we only had 2.5 minutes of film loaded into the camera, so it was really important to get these shots in the first or second take.
And run! Cut.
Fortunately, by the end of the night, after lightsaber duels, stunts, and even a few pyrotechnics,
Action!
we had everything we needed. We even had some leftover film, so we rolled the camera out on just some behind the scenes.
You're very close to finishing. How do you feel?
Oh, sleepy.
The next day, I unloaded the camera and sent the film off for development. About 4 days later, the scans arrived and it was on to post-production. Most of the visual effects were just simple things like cleanup work. I had to hide one of our actors' faces to make his character more mysterious.
I haven't told Eric yet, but we won't see his face in the video.
Really?
Yeah.
And removing things like his sneakers and hand drawing on some retro-inspired force lightning, which was a lot of fun to do. I didn't need to add any lightsaber effects because these sabers just looked that good on camera. After some sound design and music, the short was finally complete. I couldn't be happier with how it turned out, and I hope you guys enjoy the film. Thanks for watching, and please consider subscribing.